Well, today the government presented its sixth budget, and the good news for our country is that we'll be back in surplus.
It's been my pleasure today to present the government's sixth budget, and the first one that's got a government surplus. Our job is to ensure that we get sustained economic recovery. That is, that year after year, this economy delivers higher wages and more jobs.
It's been 6 years of hard work by not just the government, but actually by businesses, by families and by New Zealanders right across the country. And now that we're back in surplus, it presents the government with the opportunities to focus on some critical and core areas of spending. And the first focus of our government has been families. The other big issue in this budget really is the strength overall of our economy. What it shows is that we're growing strongly, unemployment is falling, and in the areas that matter, the economy, law and order, health and education, we're continuing to make gains.
We've done the hard yards over the last 4 or 5 years.
By far the best bit of the budget, I think, is that the country's finances are back in order, because that gives people confidence and security that we will be able to maintain the services that they rely very heavily on, from education right through to health. But obviously, you know, if I was to pick one thing out of the budget, it would be the $500 million support package for families. You know, the confidence they'll be able to take in sending their youngsters to see a doctor and to get a prescription if they're aged under 13, and to have no charge for that will, I think, reassure a lot of parents around New Zealand.
The New Zealand economy has recovered much of the ground lost in the recession and the global financial crisis. The economy grew 3.1% in 2013, the fifth highest rate in the OECD. The government will invest $90 million over 4 years to make doctors' visits and prescriptions free for children aged under 13.
Sees the books back in surplus, growth at 4%, wages rising faster than inflation, more money in this budget for families, for businesses and for the most vulnerable. It is a budget focused on growth, jobs and prosperity. Mr. Speaker, it is a budget that looks to restore the core finances of New Zealand. It is a budget, like this government, focused on the issues that matter.
We start on it about October last year. 33,000 new sections have come into the supply line in Auckland.
An affordable package recognising that mothers want to stay home in those formative times with their youngsters, and they'll be supported by this government. This government is going to keep talking about the issues that matter. This government is going to say to New Zealanders, there is a way forward that is progressive, is positive. It's about a future where we back New Zealanders to succeed. It was a confident budget for a confident nation. It is a nation where overwhelmingly across New Zealand, the majority of New Zealanders believe this country is heading in the right direction, Mr. Speaker.